You're watching Today on this Friday. More now on Donald Trump's plan to meet Vladimir Putin next week in Hungary.
To discuss, we are joined by former FBI agent and US Army officer Scott Curtis in New York. Scott, thanks for your time today. So the president's eyeing another peace deal, and we'll also meet with Zelensky tomorrow. How do you see that all playing out?
Well, clearly a lot of the conditions have changed even over the last couple months there. President Trump and the United States government is being as proactive as possible there to keep people on their heels, to keep Putin on his heels, Russia on its heels, and to create as much leverage or more leverage against them to get them to finally concede and ending this conflict finally.
He's been talking about it without success is the reality over the last couple of months. There's also so much uncertainty around Gaza. Is he getting a little ahead of himself?
I don't think so. I think you can multitask. You can, use what's going on in the Middle East to his advantage there. Obviously, there's a strong coalition that has been formed with the other Arab nations and even now extending to Indonesia and Asia there. And next week, I think President Trump is going to South Korea, where he's meeting with the country's leader there. So he's constantly working on expanding the support and coalition there and isolating Russia and Putin there to, again, get Putin to the point where he can concede and hopefully, walk away claiming some sort of victory here. But as we all know, his intention was to take over, Ukraine in its entirety, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, he's just a different cat, a completely different cat. So dealing with him, there's no certainty.
No, and sometimes it takes you a little time there to get to learn your enemy better there, to understand, the psychology of the individual that you're dealing with. I dealt with this a lot of times in law enforcement there, where everybody is different and you don't know what motivates them. You don't know what their incentives are. You don't know what their goals and objectives are until you can get down and actually talk to them face to face.
The president is he's obviously looking broadly, right, to put out fires right across the globe. This one's slightly closer to home, but still crosses the border. The CIA now apparently carrying out covert operations in Venezuela. What's behind that?
I think what you're seeing there is similar to what happened in Panama in 1989. If you look back on that situation there, where you had a country that was led by Noriega there, which the United States declared he was not a legitimate president of that country. We then tied him to criminal activity, drug trafficking there. We offered a reward and incentives for the people to try to rise up and to execute a regime change themselves. It wasn't successful, and then finally got to the point where the United States had to take military action. So I think a lot of that is playing out here also. What's different here is usually what the CIA is doing is not being broadcast there. It's supposed to be covert in a lot of ways there, and you will find out about it hopefully, or maybe years later.
Yeah, it's not like they haven't got involved in coups before. Good on you, my friend. Thank you so much. Always good to talk to you.
Thank
Just
you,
ahead,
Scott.
we're following breaking